My name is Ryan. I've fallen in love with the people, food, cities, and culture of China.
In the last video, we took a 900-mile bullet train journey to the heart of China, in particular to Xi'an, China's oldest city, first capital, lasting for 13 dynasties, 73 emperors, and over 1,100 years. That's 4 times older than the United States. In today's video, I'm going to take you on a tour through one of the most important historical discoveries in the entire world. This is a mausoleum of China's very first emperor named Qin. Many of you may know it from Jet Li's movie Hero, or perhaps the 8,000 buried soldiers it's most famous for. It's a must-see location when in or around Xi'an, so let's get started.
We're going to do our best to take public transportation to go see Bing Ma Yong, or the Terracotta Army. It's, I think, 40 miles basically northeast of the city proper, so it's a bit of a jaunt out in kind of the rural countryside. But we're gonna have an adventure and see if we can do it. So I had the subway to the railroad station. From here we have to get out and find a bus stop. From there, get the right bus, and it's an hour ride. So wish me luck. We finally made it to the bus stop. Luckily, some lady was calling it out. You know, are you going to Terracotta? I was like, yes, I am. And I had to buy a ticket, but I didn't have the WeChat payment method. So I only had cash, and she didn't have change because no one uses cash here. So luckily, the awesome lady was able to just pay for me directly, and then I paid her back via Jiffubao, via Alipay, the payment method I do have. So far so good, it's working well. We're queuing up to board the bus right now. Me and maybe 15 other people here, just a small crew. But yeah, it should be exciting. It's cold, hopefully it's heated in the Terracotta Museum, but we'll have to see. So stay tuned, we'll see what it brings here. Been in the van for about an hour. We're arriving soon, and we're definitely not the city anymore. Lots of small old style walls, as you can see. Lots of farming plateaus everywhere. Definitely not in the big city anymore, which is great because I haven't had much chance to be out in any rural areas, which is kind of always a dream. You know, you always want to travel to parts unknown, be in places that are really remote. At least I kind of have a passion for that, just being out, you know, surviving on your own, truly traveling and having to depend on your language skills and just being a human and communicating. It's always exciting and an adventure of, you know, you never know what you're going to encounter, whether it's issue something, buying a ticket, getting lost, asking directions, finding food. Humanity always prevails, and it's very heartwarming. There's always someone there to help you, someone to realize the human condition that you need help and step in. So that's kind of why I like it. The mic is on, okay. So we made it to Terracotta Warrior Museum site. Give you an idea of the grand scope of this. There's all kinds of tour buses, tour guides. It's pretty incredible and overwhelming. My Mandarin is not great. You know, this is part of the experience of traveling, is using what you got, figuring it out, using common sense. People are people, offices are offices, entryways are entryways. Give you an idea of the scope of the place here. That's one of the offices. I don't know if you can see far off into the distance, but we're surrounded by a mountain pass. We're kind of in a valley somewhere. You can see the mountains way far off. And there's a whole stream of restaurants, get some beer, get some food, little snack shops, huge parking areas here. And the ticket office is behind me, or rather in front of me at this point. So we're gonna work our charm, see if we can get a ticket. I think it's 120 yuan, which is like $15 entry fee.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
You need a card, official card.
No, I'm okay.
Chinese is better or English better? You.
你猜一下，你觉得是哪一个？
Chinese.
哦，好，没错，对，我是中国人。
How about just only work for you for tour guide? Tell you about a lot of
The history of this. Yeah, 历史比较普遍的，你可以在网上看历史就是这样的。
你要进去了吗？
那我要进去。对，
你是请了导游是吧？
没有。
没有，谢谢。晋江很厉害。哦，我认识他们，我一会儿。不好意思，我忘记是你们的，不认识你们。I thought you were a guide. Yeah， 我不认识，现在我认识你们。嗨，我跟着你们，好吧？
可以。
现在。
你买票了吗？
还没有。
买票是要在哪买呢？
他们说你没有提前安排，这里往前走可以买。对。因为我的微信不会付钱，我只有支付宝，所以他说你应该往前走。Ticket office, there it is. Okay， 好像你的英文还可以。一点都不会啊，不相信你，太害羞了。
很差。
对，可是你在学校学的。对，今年
我们那种义务教育的很差。
Of course。
你来自哪里呢？
你猜一下，你觉得我是哪国人？
感觉像东欧或阿根廷。
不是，我是美国人。
真的吗？
对，
真的吗？
对，好多人觉得我是俄罗斯人还是法国人，就是这样的。
那你来这边很多年了吗？
那不是好多次来了中国，这是我第7次，差不多，我觉得。我在美国大学学的中文，应该是这里不是吗 ？Ticket office。
外籍游客在这买票吗？
在这里买票吗？好，谢谢。喂，你好，这个买票 passport 需要护照吗？哦，在酒店，我没有。So she asked for my passport and I did not have it. It's in my hotel. Luckily, I can use my ID, and that was awesome.
这上面没有护照号吗？
No, 我有，可能有。So, by the grace of God, I actually had a picture of the note that I received during my train trip. Watch the last video if you want to see what happened there. 120. 可以用支付宝吗？还是现金？很少人接受现金。100. Thank you. You saved me. 救了我，谢谢。好，大门口就在这里。好，谢谢，拜拜。Hallelujah, we got it. We got our ticket. We got our ticket to the terracotta here. 你们在等我吗？哦，很礼貌，谢谢。And I was absolutely blessed to have ran into these awesome and kind people. They helped me out so much. But I didn't really want to be the white guy, third wheel, and I had a lot of filming to do. So I thanked them, apologized, and split up with them right after going through the gate. So we're making the pilgrimage up to the museum. There's a long path here. I forgot I'm the attraction as well. I think 2 families have stopped me for photos with their children. So it's a long walk up to where we're going. I think we're almost there. 好，感谢你。Here's an overview of the main square. I'll give you a little tour. So you walk through these gates basically at this point. Then over here you have the main number 1 building. Number 2 building is right here. And the 3rd building is actually on the back side. It's a smaller one. Then here you have the museums and docents and things like that. Let's get in line for the first one here. All of the exhibits and entrances in the park are really done up well, full of awesome infographics and information of the background of the pit and the historic site in general. Oh, there's too many people you can't see. Okay, so you can't walk around them or within them, you're above the pit, which, you know, that makes sense. We're gonna fight to get a spot to see, I think. That's okay though. Oh, here we got a spot. We'll get spots on the side here. Okay, so we made it to pit 1. As you can see behind me, I think there's something like 3,000 different guys and horses here checking it out. All exquisite, all one of one, actually. Very cool. Let's take a look at the crowds here. As far as you can see, the crowds are ringing this place. This is a huge complex, right? Like a hangar. Absolutely gigantic. See if we can zoom in, give you an idea of these guys. You can see some way up close here. Those guys. Yeah, it's a trip. It's immense. Oh, you got the guard bus in here. This guard is making sure no one gets crazy. Oh, we're getting to the corner here. See if we can get up close to these guys here. Dude, that's amazing, the scope of these. Some of them lost their heads, but that's okay. Okay, we're making our way along the pit itself. Enjoying the vibe. It's super cold. I bet in the summer it's super hot here, actually. That's why we're here. Is to thread the needle with the Chinese. POV here. Threading the needle again. Wow, so many different accents, or dialects rather. That one has not been completed, it's still continuing. So it's actually a current excavation site. On this guy, they're actually individual pieces, kind of taped together and held together. They were pieced together like a puzzle. That's the main entrance where I came in over there. Pretty sweet here. Moving along here. This one must have been unearthed as well. I like it, the cop's standing guard there. Good job to him balancing on the brick. That's amazing. Another data collection area. You're gonna watch out for those, dangerous. Okay, we're back threading the needle again. We're at eye level here. And it's hard to explain, but it's odd walking around a site that's literally 10 times older than the nation in which you are from. Gotta say hi to the cop again. What's up, man? Good job. Better you than I, that's tough. This one's a little more modern excavation. They got the tables, they got the fold-out chairs, they got the break table. Some more to look at here, more eye-level ones. We can go see those. Just really a trip to see how old these actually are. You know, that this guy premeditated and
wanted to make a walking army that was as big as the current army defending him then. Definitely don't have quite on the scale in the United States, nothing that's old, nothing that's vast. And they're all individual, they're one of one. It's unbelievable that someone would actually do that. That much effort, that much testament to manpower. And being able to even do that is quite an endeavor.
So I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. If you want to check out some serious actual footage of these and documentaries, they exist. I think a new one was just released on Netflix recently.
And there we have the extent of Pit 1. That's basically it. It's huge. 270 meters long, 60 meters wide or something like that. But I might wrap around just to see what we can see, continuing it around. Love you. We'll talk to you soon. So we just made it out of the first pit, which is behind me over here. Stopped by a little place that said, come and check out lunch. Figured I'd bop in and see what we can see. If you want some terracotta ice cream,兵马俑, you can go in here, check it out.
And honestly, I guess it was a bit of a wash walking through here. It was kind of like your basic gift shop. They had everything from tea to stationery to jewelry even. Some snacks, nothing of which intrigued me that much, but I did enjoy the heat. And this is the first time I had been inside a building in a few hours. I did enjoy kind of checking out some of their, I don't know if they're actual old items,
Like $200.
or art items. Pretty cool looking, though expensive.
3,200 RMB, so that's like $500. But I am looking for coffee. No, so no coffee. So I'm not terribly hungry. I wanted some coffee because it's cold and it's snowy. That being said, I think I'm gonna go into the third, smaller, more museum-esque feeling. Oh, I see. Broken pieces. You got a guy right there. It's maybe about 20 feet, maybe about 20 feet under. Oh, we got more here. Yeah, it's pit 3. Man, that's so deep. How'd they know how deep to go?
So as you can see, pit 3 was really small, but was also really deep. It was one main pit showcasing a variety of different terracotta soldiers and horses.
Yeah.
这摸泥的啊，30块一次。
Oh, no photo. So I got in trouble. You got to pay money. You have to pay money to sit in front of the arbitrary background. So we'll sneak in and do this anyway. Okay. So we just finished up the third one there. I got scolded for taking a video of the background, which was full of people taking pictures of the background. So I want to go to number 2 now. Oh, we're outside. Yeah, so this is cool. It's definitely a trip, definitely fun. Definitely weird to look back in time so far to see.
30, what you 30, 30.
感谢你. So yes. Okay, so I finally found my way into a little coffee hut. They had some coffee. Thank God, because it's cold outside and my hands need to be warm. So let's see if we can record the interaction here. 想要一杯拿铁吧？
拿铁
拿铁，大的，
大
热的。
大杯啊。
对。
好。
哦，你可以扫我啊，支付宝。
对，支付宝都可以。
哦，好。
好，您稍等一下啊。
好，谢谢你，谢谢。All right, we did it. So while I'm here grabbing a coffee, I was just taking a look at some of the prices at this super tourist, probably the biggest tourist destination in Xi'an. And just the price comparison of Shanghai, I would say it's much, much cheaper than Shanghai. Zoom in. Yeah, checking out some of the offerings here. You can see, you know, the 牛肉冰. It's their standard like fried beef sandwich plus a side dish plus a drink is 30 kuai. In Shanghai, one dish would probably be 30 kuai. Moving along, you can get entire sandwiches, bacon, eggs, and lettuce for less than $3. So yeah, Xi'an is basically like half. Even at a tourist site, it's like half the price. So after getting my coffee here, I got to go through pit number 2, actually, which I haven't done yet. It's ready. Yeah, I got my Warriors Cafe, man. After having a brief coffee break and getting warm, we made it to the second one here. It's pretty cold here. There's a couple inches of snow in Xi'an. So we're gonna head in here and see what we can find.
Kind of feels like the third one, darker but much bigger. This is a big 747 hangar as well. Let's take a look at this area here. Looks like they're slowly grading it, still excavating it. Not much to see, actually. There doesn't seem to be much in the second one either. Maybe I should read some of the docents and see what it is. There's a docent, but there's people in front of it. Okay, the docent said hole digged for stealing relics. So I don't know if they stole them or some other people stole them before them, but it's a hole digged for stealing relics. It's so funny to overhear people. I think I was out there and a guy was trying to scalp some terracotta things to me really cheap, $3 actually, pretty cheap. He asked me in kind of poor English, do you want it? And I responded in Mandarin, no, thank you. And everyone laughed because they didn't expect me to, of course, respond in their language. Okay, so this is in fact chariots being excavated. You can see them down there. Yeah, so it looks like hole 2 is predominantly walls and corridors where they excavated a lot of things. There's some broken pieces of things, but undulating waves and pathways. So I wish I knew more about why this one was set up the way it was, but I do not. You see traces of mat patterns. So apparently there's some materials that have disintegrated. Oh, down there we see some horse bits, see some horses. Actually, my battery is getting low, so I had to cut it short. But on the other side, there were some really awesome archer formations that I wish I had captured. This is inside the Cultural Museum, kind of in the main courtyard where you can see the first, second, and third of the pits. It is pretty sweet, actually. It's a nice, see, questions to shoot. Kind of talks about something really interesting. There's an ancient people called the Shu people, which kind of originated out of Sichuan, Chengdu, south of Xi'an. But basically, it's amazing because they're not sure where the Shu people came from. They think they might have more in common with like Mayan civilization. Sanqingdui, this is the ancient Shu people's location. It's kind of like a giant mystery that they all seem to be coming from a certain single ancestor or shared culture, even though they're all the way across the world. So kind of leads you to think about the Tower of Babel or the origin of people, how they came from a certain people and spread afterwards. Kind of a trick. So definitely check that out when you come here. Very nice, informative. Now let's go back out to the courtyard before we head out and try to find our bus. Okay, and now we're heading out of the main museum area. Looks like the snow is cleared a little bit and we can see the mountains in the background a little more clearly. I think I've spent so far maybe 4 hours so far. I think I'm about wrapped up. And yeah, I think I'm going to work my way up and see if I can't find a bus back home. Oh, I think that's how it works. They funnel you out through the tourist area full of restaurants, full of shops, which, totally makes sense because they got to make some money, right? So making our way back, you can see the pilgrimage of everyone behind me. I just overheard a few teenager kids messing with me, saying it's a white woman. And I said, no, I'm not American. And they were like, what, really? I said, yes, definitely. And see if you can see these guys behind me here. They're laughing. I think you can see them anyway. So hey, what's up? This is me and my homies I met in Xi'an. They're from Inner Mongolia.
Hello.
Welcome to China.
Yeah. So they met up with me. They're super cool. They're from Inner Mongolia, actually. See how awesome and fun and warm they are? They invite you to come hang out in China. Come hang out, enjoy the festivities, enjoy the food. 你们都是大学生吗？我们是高中生。哦，真的吗？Oh, we got high schoolers here. 16岁差不多吗？ Wow.
19、20岁。
Oh, okay. So we got 20-year-olds, we got some late teens. Very cool guys, having fun walking around the frozen area here. They funnel you through. All kinds of crazy stores here with waterfalls to go through here. I bet at night it's nuts. So anyway, guys, that wraps up the kind of tour of the Terracotta Warriors. Definitely worth half a day, worth a 2-hour round trip ticket to come out here. About $15, learn some history, have some food, meet some friends. So until next time, guys, we'll see you. Join us next week as we continue our tour through China's oldest city of Xi'an, checking out its food, its culture, and amazing places to visit. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.